All right. Assuming we're live. There we go. Just popped into YouTube.
Hey, there's
All
Paul
right.
Hodges.
Already, are we? Okay.
That reminds me, I have got a
How you
crap.
doing, Paul?
Oh, just had a little tough night. Well, not real bad, but they well, that storm, I was late getting to bed. Then I woke up, oh, I don't know, I think around 2:30. I thought Gracie might have been having a seizure, but she was standing there and kind of staring a bit, and I just went, because I kind of woke up a little bit because another big crack of thunder, but I think it was because of the thunder. But anyways, I grabbed her and I was petting her. She never went into a seizure, so I don't know. So I got up. I was awake at that point, had a coffee and on here for a while, and finally went back to bed.
Yeah, I was up and down all night too.
So I'm just gonna go get another coffee here shortly. See, the U.S. said that that plane that Prigozhin or whatever his name was on over in Russia. It exploded midair.
Yeah. Well, one of the stations has video of it.
Yeah, old Putin there said, "Don't fuck with me." Oh, God.
Well, he's no different than most dictators, you know. Yeah. But then again, if we're not careful, we're gonna end up like that over here.
Oh, it's not far off. Not far off right now. Even here in Canada, that dictator we got.
Yep.
I should look into Canadian politics a little more because they're saying that, like Trump, they said he might call an election or whatever, but like why? I don't think he could run, but they say he would run again. So I don't know. I don't understand that because he's already been around for 8 years already. So I didn't think he could run again. But anyway,
Who's been around for 8 years?
Trudeau, he's been here. He's been around for 8 years. He should be done.
You guys have a term limit, don't you?
I thought so, but maybe we don't. Maybe we don't. I don't know. What do you want?
Who knows?
No, I gotta go get a copy and I'll check it out.
Who knows? He probably changed the Constitution without you guys knowing.
Well, probably without us telling us.
Oh my God, this dude wrote this long ass comment. Or a girl, I don't know if it's a girl or a guy, but they said, one day I will be laying down at some park on some field after a nice bike ride and watch the clouds go by. I'm sure this is what I'll be dreaming of. Absolutely breathtaking. That's what they put on my video. Okay. Kind of a weird response, but all right.
Yeah.
All these responses are, all these recent comments are weird as shit.
I'm on live.
What's up, W? And some chick said, I give you my heart. Okay. I don't know what the hell that means, but all right. There's about 20 comments answered.
What do you want? Oh, you want some of this? Hot dog. Oh, starving to death.
Heading to North Carolina, huh?
Okay, all gone. All gone. Yeah, shoot, what? Don't trust me? You know. Well, gentlemen, I'm in trouble.
What?
Huh?
What's up, Tim?
Well, I talked to my sister last night. I'm in deep trouble.
Why?
Well, this girl, this new woman I've been seeing, Sheila. Apparently, she's been talking to Diane about me. She's just crazy over me. She thinks I am just the cat's ass. And
Okay, I've never heard that term before. The cat's ass. What the hell's that supposed to mean? It's the
I'm
bee.
the one.
It's the bee's knees.
But anyways, yeah, apparently, and it was funny because she's cooking supper. Sheila last night was cooking supper for tonight to take the Diane's go to the trailer. Okay, and anyways, I joked around with Diane last night, and I said, "Oh, I guess I'm going to the trailer tomorrow." Nobody asked me if I was going.
Hey, Paul, must
Oh,
be
they
well.
didn't ask you, they were telling you.
Yeah, they were telling me I'm going to the trailer, both women, and I'm just going. And her and Diane have been talking. Diane said, she's crazy about you. She's just, and Diane likes her. I'm going, oh crap, I'm in trouble now.
You're in past. There's no return from there.
Yeah, it's a hot time to go run and hide. Diane
Hey,
said,
Captain Joe.
yeah, Diane said to Diane, it's time to go run and hide. She said, that's okay. I'm going to tell her where you are.
That's right.
Oh, of course, I'm getting ganged up on that.
She's got the inside scoop on your every move.
Yeah, what do we have on ham? We're joking around last night, but anyway, Bonnie, Diane called me, or didn't call me, but she texted me and says, "Oh, did you know that Sheila's doing supper for tomorrow night?" So, anyways. We're having ham, potato salad, coleslaw, deviled eggs, and dessert. That's what Sheila was cooking last night, getting ready for tonight.
Potato salad for breakfast?
No, for supper tomorrow night.
Oh, for supper tonight. Okay.
It's ham and potato salad, coleslaw.
So the two of them are
they're conspiring against me.
Yeah.
I said to Diane, I said, by the way, I guess I'm coming to the trailer tomorrow. He goes, I guess you are. Oh, good.
Wow. Well, good for you. You need somebody like that in your life.
Yeah.
You know, what you got to do, Paul, is just go with it. Just go with it. Because you're at least it's somebody Diane gets along with, you know?
Yeah. That's
Just go with it like he's got a choice in the matter or something.
I've definitely got a choice. My sister and a new woman here just conspiring against me. Yeah. No, I said to Sheila last night, okay, you got me. Deviled eggs. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see that Captain Joe. The minute he got back on the plane again, I guess his team are selling T-shirts now with his mugshot on it. Yeah.
What's up, Joe?
Hey, Tim Jackson and Trevor.
Mr. Tim.
Coffee.
You coming on the panel, Tim?
Yeah, Tim, come on.
It's just Saturday, so yeah, it's what, 11
Hey,
p.m.
W, it's not Twitter anymore. It's X.
What's up, Trevor?
Hey, Trevor.
Boy, that was quite the storm last night, eh, Paul?
Oh, yeah. Went on for a long time, didn't it?
It just
And
flashed.
south of me, they had some tornadoes.
Yeah, I know. Actually, even behind you over towards Lansing, Michigan, that Weberville.
Yeah. It just kind of skirted me, but we still got some heavy rains, but yeah.
Well, I was watching. Well, it's funny because I texted Lynn last night during the storms, and we went down to Algonac and then over to Marine City. Oh, the storm going through there was just unbelievable. Especially Algonac. Oh, it was just, you might as well just had the sun out because it was so bright from all the lightning. It just nonstop, right? Last night. But we had, I even sitting here, I got a water spout warning here on my phone over here in Lake Erie last night.
Also, they were doing some interview on the news and a tree fell over while they were doing the interview.
Oh, yeah.
You got the video of that, Paul?
No, but it was on channel, I think channel 7, Detroit. Let me see if I can find it.
What's up, Mike? Yeah, you trying to get used to the later schedule now. What's up, Wayne? Now you'll get used to it eventually, Mike.
Here, this is Algonac last night, eh? Look at this. Just constant flashing, flash. It was just pouring rain. It was lightning so much. It was just boom, boom, boom. Am I sharing the right thing? Yeah, I should be. But anyways, wow, it's just constant last night at Algonac. It just, I don't know, you can even go the sound on it. It was just flash. It was nonstop that storm there last night. Yeah. The one I thought was really cool last night. Back to about here.
Mike. He ain't lying about that. He said, well, watch out. Starts leaving shit in her bathroom. Just then you're in real trouble.
Yeah, no kidding, right? Guess I better. Do I have to clean out an extra dresser for her or what?
No, you won't have to do it because she'll just do it for you.
Yeah, to take care of it all. I can't remember which station it was that they did that report from.
Yeah. I guess not. I guess he's going to bed, Mike. I'll see you tonight on Matson, I guess, then. Let's see.
It's so cool last night. Okay, there's I don't know if I can get to it right here, but it's really close. But the lights, look at this last night right here. The lights that are down, that's Port Huron, that's where Paul flies from, right there. But look, because of the storm last night and the lens and everything else, look how cool that is. How the way the lights are.
Yep.
The psychedelic freaking thing going on, right? That was cool. Oh, we had some. There was a couple of tornadoes. I think there around Detroit last night. A lot of rotation. Oh, there's places flooded out. Trevor, it was. Yeah, it was a big storm. And then we had a storm the day before that, and people lost homes and shit. So yeah.
Hey, good morning, you guys. Yeah, wind damage very apparent here in Comstock Park. Take a look right now. I just want to show you guys. So I'm in the yard, right? We're seeing plates, we're seeing crockpot tops, we're seeing golf clubs, propane tanks, and then we see why. Take a look at this. The entire back of this garage, it is gone. Parts of it down the road, down in yards past, some of it right here. You see part of it kind of caving in on that home, and then the roof starting to cave in on these cars right now, but we are seeing debris scattered everywhere. Golf balls, Christmas tree ornaments, tools, skateboards, you name it. The entire garage really blown out here. Everything inside now scattered about in this yard. And when we drove into this neighborhood, we had reports of damage. We weren't seeing a lot. We were seeing some sticks, some branches, some leaves in the yard. And then we found this, so a lot of damage. The wild thing about this storm, you guys, though, is some of these homes, 2 homes down, not even impacted, not even missing a shingle. But then we have this home and some nearby homes, gates bent over, trees uprooted, trees bent over. So we're gonna show you some of that damage. But again, just to give you an idea where we are, we're just south of Scott Lake Golf Center, right by Pine Island Drive in Comstock Park. One of the hardest hit areas from last night's storms. And it's apparent that these storms were no joke last night, you guys.
Oh, wow.
Yep, it was pretty bad.
Wild last night. You figure out what I want to take to the trailer today. All my medicines and food and everything else.
Yeah, it looks like but it looks like everywhere after a hurricane. Stupid ass YouTube went to bed at 9:08 subs, woke up at 9:04. That's not too bad, Joe. Could have been worse. Could have been like TJ and lost like 70 or 80.
Look at this. Look at all the hydro that's out here. Where we got nailed last night. Everywhere. Like there's 3 different ones, 8 different ones, 4 different ones here. These are areas that got no hydro. Like if you zoom in, then they would, give up more areas. We got no hydro this morning.
W.
Look at that area. All around Tilbury, right from all the way from Lake St. Clair, all the way over Lake Erie, no hydro. Like Chatham, all that. I'm up here.
Yeah, not good.
Look at all that area, no hydro this morning. Yeah, from that storm.
Yeah, we're supposed to have a possible tropical storm sometime this week. That one that's coming off the Gulf. They think it's going to be a
Harold or
tropical storm when it
something.
hits us. Do what?
The Harold or something. That tropical storm.
Whichever one they said might form. It's supposed to be coming off where South America and Mexico meet, come up through the Gulf. By the time it hits us, it's supposed to be a tropical storm. What's up, Mark? But people don't even freak out around here about tropical storms. People still go to work, go places, go to the store. They don't even close half the businesses for that. They don't really freak out unless it's a hurricane. Make sure you put some A&D on before you leave the house, or some what's that, monkey butt Joe? Going to 2 football games. You don't want to be out there walking bow-legged. Yeah, I'm not flying a damn kite in a storm like that. You nuts, W.
Kidding, right?
I'd take a Swell Pro up though if I had one. There you go. What are you talking about exactly, Joe? You told us what? About the storm or about the football games? What are you referencing there? It's gonna be 102 and humid out. Oof. Yeah. Hold on a sec. I guess this is the latest. Supposed to come up right through there.
Oh,
Next 2 days, 30% chance of being a tropical, next 70% in the next 7. Looks like Chuck's going to vacation tomorrow or today. Goes on that other trip, I think. Or something. I'm not sure what he was referencing in Messenger, but he said one more day. Assuming he's going on vacation. Oh, yeah. Okay, Joe. Yeah, like I said, tropical storms ain't that bad in Florida. People don't really make a big deal about them. Sometimes the state government will put warnings out and everything, but it don't really affect people. They'll still go do what they want to do. JD.
Hey, JD. Sarah's in there too, Mark. All right. He likes it when you yell at him, JD.
Apparently. Well, it's weird. Some people will say they can hear me fine. Other people say I sound low. I don't fucking know. I got my mic turned all the way up, so. What you up to, JD? Getting out and getting any videos done? He's still hiding in the house. I don't think they'll panic buy for a tropical storm, sir. They usually don't do that unless it's they might go out and buy some gas and stuff, but it's not too bad. Also, it's my fault that you have to turn down your speakers. Yeah, that's funny. No, that's JDS, Joe, not JD. JDS is the one that retracts everything. Everybody always gets them two mixed up. Trevor always says that too. Trevor's like, I got the best of hearing aids. Oh. But Joe, it's exactly why nobody will remember JDS's name.
Oh, in other words, JDS is gonna be gone and always forgotten, or what?
Well, yeah, because when these, like I said, when these live streams get archived 200 years from now, they're going to be looking at the chat and JDS isn't going to be there because he deleted everything.
You go back on the stream and see what he had said before he deleted it, or no?
No, once you retract a message, it's gone forever out of the chat. You can still see it while you're live by going to the elements and looking at it that way, but you can still see what people deleted. But once the stream's over and it re-uploads, yeah, anything that was deleted by us or Paul or any moderators, or if they retracted anything, it all disappears. Or even if you block somebody from your channel or hide them from your channel, it will actually go back and it will delete all their comments out of all your live chats. And you'll never see them again. Mark. Well, I would say YouTube's got a shit ton of storage, Trevor, but they also compress the shit out of videos. So they don't have to, because like when you load, if you upload a 5 GB video, it's definitely not being replayed as a 5 GB video. They're compressing it down to damn near nothing. What's his, damn it, I can't think of his channel name. This, one of the big tech channels, he did an experiment where he uploaded a video and then re-downloaded it from YouTube and then uploaded it, and he did it 1,000 times, and by the 1,000th time he did it, oh my god, dude, it was so fucked up. The audio was gone. It was just all screwed up because it kept compressing it every time you re-uploaded it. It would compress it again and again and again. It was actually pretty interesting experiment. Let me see if I can find the link to that. The channel. Yeah, it was Marquise Brownie. I think that's how you say his name. Here, I'll put it in the chat for you guys. You guys can watch it later if you want.
Where there is a check down, and check down is also at Sydney Smith and Sunny Elevator. Roger, yeah, I think. Go on, say so.
Well, if you edit a live stream too, it gets rid of your entire live chat once YouTube edits it and then re-uploads it. When you go into the YouTube studio and edit it, it will actually delete the entire live chat. That's the only thing that sucks when you go to edit like if they force you to edit like a copyrighted section out that they won't allow you to replay. Fortunately, they take your whole live chat away, so.
Captain Joe said he had the baby girl 8.5 hours yesterday. She took a couple days off my life. Got my last nerve 2 to 3. She got last nerve 2 to 3 times. 5 months old, and I can put tantrums not happening here, and she learned that.
You know he dealt with it. I'll enjoy her, Joe. Ugh. That's the one good thing about Aubrey being so much younger than the other two is I still get to enjoy her a little bit longer because she's a lot younger. So she's still my little baby.
She's daddy's girl.
Oh, both of them are, but yeah, Aubrey's. And Sarah gets pissed because Aubrey's done told her 2 or 3 times that I'm her favorite. Sarah got pissed.
Yeah, it won't be long. Sarah will be out dating boys and going on dates and
Daddy standing at the door waiting for her to come home.
Like I said, I can't expect that's not gonna happen, but the minute one of them does something stupid, that's gonna be it. Oh. Oh, you love her, Joe. Try to fool anybody. Mark said you'll be stocking up on GPS modules. Frickin' neighbor's dog's going off again. Getting Tyson all riled up. Yeah, I watched that video today, Joe. You sent me the one about the blue cars or whatever. That was a little interesting. Kind of a weird conspiracy about that whole situation.
Hey, gonna put remote ID on my girls.
Oh, come on, damn it. There we go.
Put Apple AirTag on her clothes or something.
oh man. I've got a couple of cameras that don't seem to want to work.
Oh, we had them around for a
Don't
while.
know why. Don't know why.
Well, I doubt two cameras just went out at the same time, so it's gotta be something with the app or something.
They're Wise cameras, and I've got a whole bunch of them, but
Oh, I was talking about he sent me a video of some drone footage in Hawaii and Maui. And there was like all these lines of burnt out cars, but only the blue cars were not scorched. So I'm not real sure what the whole conspiracy theory behind that is. But there's some conspiracy theory now going around saying anything that was painted blue was not touched by the fire, so I don't know. Kind of a weird conspiracy theory. I'm not entirely sure what their reasoning behind it is.
so they're saying blue cars are better or
Oh, they said that oh, so Joe's saying that there was another showing how the high intensity lasers did not affect the color blue. Cause there's, oh yeah, cause there's that whole conspiracy going around that the fire got started by some lasers or something.
All that, yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
see the city council or something there in Lahaina, wherever it is there, that they're suing the utility company now.
Utilities, yeah.
Fire.
They're
Well,
trying to
my-
blame the utility companies.
Well, my whole thing too is like, even if it was a laser that started the fire itself wouldn't distinguish between blue colors. So to me, that doesn't make any sense, but I don't know. That's a weird conspiracy though. Cause I mean, I don't see how that, I don't know. That's just freaking weird. Let me do a little, looking up here.
Or spirit. Bobby Minor. Coming up, just past Marine City. A few ships for a little bit, and then nothing.
Okay, so it says. Lasers don't like the color blue, why an image of an unburned umbrella is at the center of Hawaii's wildfire conspiracies. Anybody got a high powered laser? Shoot it at something blue and see if it burns it. I mean, that's the best way to tell. I just don't see after the fire started how that would matter on the color of
Yeah.
anything. Because the fires would be so intense, fire's not gonna distinguish between colors. So I just don't see how that's a plausible, argument, but. W. He said, let me go grab some foil so I can investigate. He's gotta go make his tinfoil hat, Trevor. Uh. Well, that's one of the conspiracies, Mark, now that I'm digging into it and I'm reading this article. So pretty much it's saying that lasers started the fire and that's why everything that was blue wasn't burnt. But to me, once the fires were started, it doesn't matter what color anything is.
Yeah, there'll always be conspiracy theorists.
And why Maui of all places? Like,
Yeah.
there's way more. Why not a major city or something like?
Yeah.
or, a nuclear power plant, or I don't know, something more devastating, I guess. I mean, not to say the Maui fires weren't devastating, but I feel like there's better targets than just a random island in Hawaii. They were gonna do that.
Especially the places got volcanoes and everything else, right?
I don't know. I just can't believe that. That seems a little far fetched to me.
Yeah, it's a little far on the fetching side.
I mean, I get that. I mean, that's a plausible argument too, but still, like, I don't know.
Raiders are top step. When a raider was beside me there on the step. Gracie just went outside.
And the question is who are they thinking is responsible for this? China? Is that what the conspiracy theory? Cause I didn't see that in the article. Cause I wouldn't bank on them being able to build anything that extensive. I mean, really dig into China and look at half the shit they build, like 90% of it. It's, their build quality is absolute crap on 90% of the stuff they build. I just don't think that they could pull something like that off. Alright, let me check it out. I don't know. I'm looking at it now.
Yeah, and the governor signed a bill that allows native land to be sold to others and redeveloped for natural disasters. Yeah. Well, they dropped that historical thing. Well, nothing left is historical anyways now, but well, they're gonna have a lot of scrap cars now. Wayne B says, stay tuned for more conspiracy theories on the Conspiracy Channel. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, good. It's warm in here already.
Is it gonna be hot today, Paul?
I don't know. I thought after that storm it would cool down, but what the temperature doing?
Well, it's 66 degrees here right now. What's your temperature?
We're 70 degrees now. And it feels like 70, so. Let's go to 77 degrees this afternoon.
Yeah, I saw that, Joe. We were talking about that yesterday about the governor signing that bill.
The humidity's at 92%. Well, we got so much moisture here, no wonder. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll make it feel hot. That'll make it feel hot.
Yeah.
Who are you talking about, Trevor? Kim Jong-un?
You know what? But the question that bothers me, just personally, not leave the whether you should or you shouldn't, is why do we have so many despots and so many terrible people around the world, and nobody bothers to take them out.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding, right?
You know, Kim Jong-un is defective. Boom, you're out of here. His sister's is bad. Boom, she's out of here. You know, I mean, it's like,
Excuse me, Trudeau?
yeah, yeah.
Well, it kind of makes you wonder why their own it's crazy how one person can have that much control over such a large populace too, right? Like in North Korea, you know, half the people are starving. You think they would get tired of that shit at some point.
Yeah, but if you look
Be like-
through history, history's full of, go back to the time with the pyramids, you know. I remember everybody was afraid of the pharaohs and everybody else. And so they just went along.
Well, what I'm saying though is like, take North Korea, for example, right? Their military is extremely unexperienced. Like they have no experience actually campaigning or in warfare, a major warfare campaign at all.
No, but
Their military-
by percentage, they've got a higher percentage of people involved in military than anywhere else in the world.
But their military is also very underfunded. It's very out of date. So if their populace decided to all of a sudden just start guerrilla warfare in them, dude, they would decimate their military in no time. Look at what Ukraine, how long Ukraine's held out against Russia. I mean, perfect example. The guerrilla warfare over there has absolutely been catastrophic to the Russian military. But granted, they are very well trained because they were being trained by US Special Forces, but before all of that took place, but I mean, look at, that's what I'm saying. You think their people would rise up at some point.
Well, it doesn't even need to be an uprising. It just, you know, just a small group of specialized technical people should be able to take them out. Boom, you're out of here. That's the part I shake my head when I think about it.
SAS. That's true, Trevor. 100%. I actually saw some videos of some North Koreans that defected, and one of them was they brought a couple of them over to the US to actually meet people from the United States and like travel around the US, and they took them on this like country war or like this worldwide tour.
Hmm.
It was really interesting. They were completely blown away from what they were told to what they actually, you know, they came here and met people and they were like, they were so nice and welcoming and nothing like they were told. Yeah, who knows, Joe? Like I said, if it's that inextensive a conspiracy, yeah. The thing is nobody's ever going to admit that it just is what it was. It was just a fire caused by utilities. I mean, that's like the most like plausible and most down to earth explanation they have at the moment. But nobody's ever gonna believe it with all these conspiracies coming out. This is gonna be a conspiracy theory that's gonna live on for the ages. Just like the JFK assassination, shit like that. People are never gonna believe it was what it was. But it could be that simple of an issue. What's up, Marshall? But it's like, like the whole moon landing thing, right? Like the amount of people that were involved in that whole process. I mean, and we all know that secrets don't stay secrets no matter how much the government tries to keep them a secret. At some point, they end up coming out. But it seems like all these wild conspiracy theories, they never actually come out. Nobody ever comes forward or actually says anything. So, yeah, we were talking about the fire in Hawaii. Just about all the different conspiracy theories surrounding it and stuff. But like I said, as many people were involved with the moon landing, somebody would have come forward by now with some kind of evidence or something. I mean, there was just too many people involved with it to be that secretive for that long.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Just like the whole 9/11 thing, the same thing. If all these people in the government were involved in that and there was some plot, like a false flag type situation going on so they could start a war, at some point, somebody would have came forward and said something. I mean, by now, I mean,
Hey, good morning, Marshall.
yeah, Mark, that's true. Did India, I never even looked into that. Did India actually land astronauts on it, or was it just a
No, no,
spacecraft?
just,
Like a rover?
yeah.
Okay. Cause I know we were talking about that the other day. I never did look into it to see what they actually did. Could you imagine what the space programs would be like if all the countries around the world could actually get together and put their bullshit aside and actually all put effort into one space program?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude, we'd be like probably 20, 30 years ahead of where we're at now. Easy.
So I just did the list. Sorry, yeah.
If the Russians, the India, China, the US, all the private companies like SpaceX, you think if all of them got together and were able to have one unified space program without all the political bullshit, and
Oh, yeah.
oh God, we'd be so much farther ahead. Yeah, they added they just took it up there and dumped their trash, Trevor.
Yeah, they talk about polluting our Earth. Now they're polluting the moon. Well, I guess they need stuff over there that they can recycle. They can reuse on the moon while they're there.
Cause actually the second Independence Day is kind of a good inclination of what I'm talking about. Like in the first one, they got attacked, so then all the world got together and they had one unified space program. And within a 20-year period, they advanced by like 60, 70 years faster than they would have been, separate, or 100 years faster in technology. But unfortunately, it's never gonna happen unless, like Reagan said, some outside force forces everybody to work together. Has to be an external threat to the world. Yeah, I know, Trevor. It's sad though. Cause we could be I mean, we could probably have a moon, fucking city on the moon by now if the entire
Yeah.
world just worked together. We could actually be going out into the universe as a species and not separate, ideologies and countries. We could be moving together as one as a species. But yeah, we would need some kind of external threat, some like world ending thing that would force everybody to come together. That'd be the only thing that could do that. And in my time, I'm hoping it's an alien invasion. I really want to see some aliens when I die.
Maybe it'd be an alien invasion that saved the world, you know?
I just want to see proof of aliens before I die.
Oh, man. Slow day today, Paul.
Yeah, well, it is Friday morning. Friday night is a lot better.
Yeah, that's true, Trevor. Much time as they wasted on the International Space Station, they could have built a station on the moon by now. I'm sure. That's why I really think SpaceX needs to stop. As much as I love Elon and respect him, I think he needs to stop trying to go to Mars and focus on the moon first and then work your way out from there, because the moon is going to
Well-
give you a good indication how well you can build things outside of our world as far as the Earth goes. I think that's a good practice jump off point for the world is the moon, and then work your way out to other planets from there. I think the Mars is a little bit I think Elon's a little ahead of his time on the Mars
Yeah.
thing.
Do you guys think that there's really somebody also working on time travel?
I wouldn't be surprised if it's not being researched by some government agencies or had been researched at some point. I mean, the mathematical theories from like all these genius people like Einstein and stuff says it's a possibility. Whether we're even close to being able to do something like that, I don't think so. But I'm sure some government agency has researched it very thoroughly at some point. That's what I'm thinking, Trevor. Mars is just one step too far. I think they need to start off at the moon and practice on there first. And then work your way out.
But I think it's a cost issue. If you think about it, let's say we had a base on the moon. The cost to maintain that base on the moon would be astronomical.
Yeah, but that's why they're getting private money involved, because private money fuels innovation a lot faster, usually gets better results. This is why the US military doesn't build their own equipment, right? They have private companies that compete for contracts because they have to get it right. Otherwise, they can tank their own company. So it causes them to work harder and innovate better. But that's what I'm saying. If they're setting up tourism to go to the moon, I mean, there's just unlimited amounts of money that these private companies and hedge funds will throw into that.
Yeah, but it costs you trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars to put a base on the moon.
Well, I mean, we don't really know what the cost of it would cost at this moment. I mean,
But the thing is, it's kind of weird. Back years ago, they went to the moon, then they stopped going. Now they're starting to go again. So I don't know. Like,
well, it's because space technology's gotten better, so I think they're trying to branch
What
back
was it?
out.
India landed a probe on the moon on the southern pole, south pole of the moon.
Yeah, and then Russia turned around and crashed one into it.
Yeah.
they're just looking for a place for water.
Well, well, we all know that the only reason they were so into the space shit back in the day is because they were just trying to beat the Russians. They were trying to, flex their chest to the Russians.
It was a one-upmanship thing.
Well, once after that happened and they kind of were beating the Russians in all areas as far as military technology, all that stuff, then NASA started getting underfunded every year, and then they just kind of were stagnant for years and years and weren't really doing a whole lot.
Well, and the other thing that NASA has not learned from history or our government is that, okay, the space shuttle blew up, and then pretty much the space shuttle the whole program, it just imploded. If they had crashed the first airplanes, do you think that we wouldn't have airplanes today?
Right, they got too scared of the couple of crashes they've had or catastrophic failures, but unfortunately that's just part of the
Yeah, it's all
moving
part of the
forward.
learning process. For every step forward you
And-
take a half step backwards.
And all these astronauts knew what they were getting into before they stepped foot on those shuttles. They
Yes.
knew the risks.
Hi, Mark.
Not to say that I wish that none of them would have died, but they all knew the risks and what was a possibility by stepping foot on that thing.
Yeah. But
Beforehand, they understood that.
that's the disappointing thing is just because you have one or two failures doesn't mean you're on the wrong track if you have several successes preceding it. So therefore, they didn't do themselves a favor when they
Later, Mark.
when they stopped the space shuttle.
Yeah, they retired the last
Program.
one and shut the whole program down.
Yep.
But see, that's one of the reasons why SpaceX has purposely crashed rockets and blew them up and different things for different scenarios, because they're trying to learn every possible variable that could go wrong beforehand.
Yeah, but look at the booster.
And,
How many
and they've,
landed boosters now?
I mean, but the advancements, but that's what I'm saying. Look at the difference in private money versus government. The advancements that SpaceX has made in the past 10 years has completely overshadowed a lot of what NASA's done over the years. Not to say NASA wasn't the start. They weren't a stepping stone to that. And there was a lot of guys that spent, their entire careers trying to do what they could at NASA, but fortunately they were hemmed in by government money. Even though it's not technically a government agency, it was government funded. And I don't think the government really took as much. They should have put more money into NASA over the years. But that's why I said, if the tourism thing becomes a thing in space, the private money is just gonna explode into that market. Cause I mean, look at Elon now. SpaceX is making so much money shooting up other people's shit for him because they're the go-to place to go to now. That gives them all this extra money to do all their other side projects of research, development, all that, cause as much as all these companies hate Elon because of his political views and everything else, guess what? They gotta rely on him now to get their satellites and shit up.
Well,
Who
not
else are they gonna go to?
taking people to the space station, and
Right, he is the go-to person now. He's got pretty much the US and a lot of ally countries that don't have space programs. He's got them by the fucking balls.
Hmm.
Because they don't have any other choice but to go for him.
hey, Paul, that second ship coming around the bend right now, the Florence Spirit, isn't that the one that had that collision on the Welland Canal?
Just a minute, I'll tell you. Uh,
A year or so ago, I had that accident over in the Welland Canal. The two ships hit each other. One lost rudder control.
that ship is the, something Spirit, I think.
The Florence Spirit.
Yeah.
But wasn't that the one involved in the accident on the Welland Canal?
I don't remember, Paul, which one it was.
Now, is
There've
it
been
me
a
or is
couple
the
of
whole,
accidents.
is the whole side of that ship like rusted out or is that just the paint?
The paint scraped off.
Oh, okay, I couldn't tell. It's hard to
It's
see on
also
your TV.
dented too. So.
You know, they go through the locks and they don't, the locks are owned by government, not private industry. So instead of having some spongy rollers on the side of the locks so that the ships don't get all scraped up, they just let them get scraped up.
Good luck at the doctor's, Mark. Hopefully it's not nothing
I would
bad.
think that Google, you should be able to Google that, Paul, and it would tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't see from what I'm looking at on Paul's TV. It looks like a bunch of like holes down the side of it.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just rubbed
Hard
off
to-
and rubbed down and
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it right there. Yeah, because the Florence Spirit lost control. Hang on here. I'm pretty sure I just. Where's the advance?
Oh, some of them ships that go through
Yeah,
the
that was
Trevor.
it, Paul. Yeah,
that was it?
yeah. You see, I'll share the screen with you, Paul.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
Florence Spirit, huh?
Yep. You got a good memory.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the one there that.
And the other
Alright.
ship was hauling the towers for wind turbines.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Trevor, you should see some of the ships that come through there. Jesus, are rust buckets.
Oh, some of them look terrible.
Back when I was a kid, though, they used to hang off the side of the ship and they'd be painting them constantly. But now, because of the EPA and they don't want them painting over open water.
I was watching a guy, I don't know, about a week ago. They were talking about, trying to figure out why they don't make small pickup trucks anymore. Because the EPA is drawing a diagram on how many square footage of a truck compared to fuel mileage. And if they made a small pickup, it would have to do about 50 or 60 miles to the gallon. The reason they're doing all these large pickups and selling them because they don't have to have a good fuel mileage. They're down around 30, 32 miles to a gallon. But they build a small pickup truck because it's got a smaller footprint. The fuel mileage has to be that much better. So
Yeah, they're basing
I
the
saw
whole
that.
thing on the capacity, the carry capacity versus the fuel efficiency.
yeah, so that's why there's large pickups, big SUVs, all that kind of stuff, because the manufacturers don't have to meet such a stringent standard for fuel mileage.
Have you ever heard of emission credits?
You
You know what
know,
those are? So companies get so many emission credits from the EPA every year, right?
Yeah.
But if they actually come under what the amount of credits they get, they can actually sell them to other companies.
huh?
Yeah, look at how rusty that baby is, huh? That's a CSL, Canadian Steamship Lines. Canada Steamship Lines. I keep so wanting to say Canadian, but it's Canada Steamship Line.
But that's got to be where they go into docks too, though.
Yeah, they rub on everything or they tie up or,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, with all the EPA things now, there you can't paint there on the side of the road. And the only place you can do it is in dry dock because it can't be over.
That looks almost like holes in the outer hull.
That's what I'm saying. It looks like it's scraped down the side. It's hard to see on your TV because it looks like so.
Because there's outer,
Well, they're double skinned, right? So
yeah, double skin.
And it looked like that video or that picture Paul showed a minute ago. It looks like it had a really nice paint job and it was a different color at one point.
Oh, that picture you showed was not of this one, it was of the next ship.
Uh,
This,
the next ship coming around the bend.
this is being followed by another ship. I don't know if you'll be able to see it here now.
Right now, right behind.
It would, Trevor, but I'm like nowhere near Paul. I'm like probably over 1,500 miles away from Paul.
See, there's just the bow of the other ship right there.
It'll come through again.
It's a long drive to work every day and back, Trevor. Make Ron's old job look like nothing. I don't know.
But do you guys think that COVID had a positive effect on society as far as allowing people to work from home?
No. See, one of the biggest problems I find now, and we got it in this area too, is that people work from home. Now they want to stay home and work.
Minor problem.
Tell them they have to go back to work now. You
Yeah,
know?
I understand that. What I'm saying is and I'm looking at it from a real estate angle, like you, Paul. If you don't have to pay the big bucks to stay in the big towns, but you can do the job from a small town where you get less.
Yeah.
Well, you're talking about a company not having to rent out the commercial space and spend 10 grand a month on
Yes, yeah,
on an office versus everybody just working from home and saving a couple $100,000 a year in rent.
But
I mean, it's smart, yeah.
efficient as they used to be when they were in the office, though. Because you don't know half those people, and you know damn well it's going to happen. They got their babysitting their own kids. They don't have to have daycare and everything else, and trying to do a job and everything else. Like they got over here, like the planning department in London, they're telling they have to come back to work because the builders are saying it takes too long now to get approvals. They used to be, in the same room or same building. They could walk from one area to the other to get approvals and stuff like this. Now they're all at home. Nobody's talking to each other to get approvals. It's all done by email or whatever, right? And they say they can't get building permits and stuff either. That's another problem. I mean, there's just certain jobs I don't think that you can do at home. Well, in manufacturing, of course, but office work, if nobody wants it, I don't want to go to work anymore. Hell, that I'll just stay home, work at home, sit at a computer. But are people that disciplined that,
Oh, that's a funny argument because, or statement you just said, because Donald Mudball, you guys know him.
yeah.
He actually, his whole company went to working at home, right? And they still had their office. They were still had their office. And he was actually leaving home and going to the office every day because he couldn't stand being at home all the time.
Yeah.
And he would go to the office and he was the only one there every day.
Hey, Paul, look at the front of that ship. There's one spot perfectly painted
Yeah, right here.
where they had all that damage when those two ships collided. But look at the rest of it. Looked like they were starting to scrape it off and gonna do some more painting. But it looked like grinder marks or sandblasting or something. Then they
Probably.
stopped. Huh?
It's probably where they fixed the hole at.
Well, yeah, where show you like where.
Well, the thing of it is in that picture, if you look at it, Paul, this ship
right there
nosed into the other ship.
Oh, yeah. But look at this. They've been sanding or grinding along the front here. But look, right there at the very front where they had to repair that ship. Perfectly.
Yeah.
Fresh paint job. But they didn't do the rest of the ship. Really? because they had to go in for repairs anyways.
I don't know, Joe. You'd be surprised sometimes just because that refineries in your area, it might not even affect your gas because that shit might go to a complete other state.
No, Captain Joe, you're wrong. It'll go up here in Canada because of something that happened in Baton Rouge. No, it'll go up here in Canada. They're always looking for an excuse. They
Well,
do
that's
it
what
all.
well, that's what I'm saying is that it's very possible that refinery doesn't even supply fuel to anybody around in that area. It could be for 4 states over for some stupid reason, right?
Hell, freaking Saudi Arabia sneezes over there and they put the price up.
And then some states they'll use it as an excuse to raise prices, even though it's not really affecting them.
But 1 and 2, I'll give you 14.30 for our fee.
But yeah, anyway, Donald, he would go to the office every day just because he'd get bored at home. But he would go in there and he'd be the only one in the office. He'd be there all day by himself. Oh yeah, Daryl, I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh yeah, yeah. You just look for an excuse for it to go up. It's funny.
California's.
We got here in St. Thomas, our price is usually a little bit lower of the gas than in London. And I was in London yesterday, I think it was. The same price right now between St. Thomas and London. But we got one gas station here in town that's 5 cents higher than even London. Like, really? And he's not selling any gas. I don't know if he don't want to sell gas or what, but he's 5 cents higher than anybody else in the area within, 40, 50 miles. Like, really? Guess he just wants to gouge the people, I guess.
Well, at least around here in the US, you'd be surprised. Gas stations, the gas station owners, they actually don't make a huge profit off of
Oh,
gas.
no, I know that. But I'm talking, I said 5 cents, we're talking 5 cents a liter, and it's 4.5 cents, 4.56, whatever cents, like a liter per gallon. So he's like 20 cents more a gallon than anybody else. Yeah, a variety store with a gas station, right? And it's an old one, not even a new one. I just had 2 signs come out, one out and turn around to put it right back in again, Paul.
And the same location?
No different, about 5 blocks away.
Really?
Just hide little caches of signs around different areas. Well, I know like JD though, I remember he said his company wanted him to come back to the office and he told them that I think he said he was gonna quit or something if they made him go back because he didn't want to go back to the office. He likes working from home. And apparently they let him stay working from home for now, so he got what he wanted. And that was what, 3 or 4 months back. Might have been longer than that when he told me that.
My ping this morning is 66.
So you got one out, one in, huh?
Yep. Take it out and just go around the block and put it back in again.
Oh yeah, I remember during the height of COVID, and I'd call like customer service for a company, and I'd hear kids running around in the background because they were working out of their house. I don't know how many times I did that. You'd hear the kids running around in the background screaming.
Well, the other thing that I find interesting is medical, like nurses, doctors, nursing assistants, and all those kind of things. They can't hire anybody. There's a shortage.
Oh, there's always been a shortage on medical.
I mean,
And
we
I
used
don't
to
think
get,
they've
we used
ever
to get
met
a
that
lot
number.
of nurses come across the border and work in the U.S.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
that's kind of stopped.
But they, when I was hooking up with that new internet service, Start.ca, yeah, there was
Yeah.
a kid in the background screaming.
Oh, if you want to make money as a nurse, come to the US for sure.
Yeah.
Cause they get paid fucking bukus. Nurses make good damn money over here. Especially the higher you are, like depending on what level nurse you are.
Yep, that's right.
I mean, the medical field alone, pretty much alone in the US pays really well. I mean, it don't matter if you're receptionist or you're some kind of insurance coder or whatever, any kind of job involving medical. If you get
Yeah.
your foot in the door is a really good position.
My niece there, she's at a desk there or something in the hospital in London, the biggest hospital, and shit, she makes it really good money.
But I don't think they've ever met the national numbers that they needed for medical staff. They've always been understaffed. I don't think they've ever made, I don't think we've ever exceeded what they say we actually need.
Well, we've turned into a society where a lot of people choose not to work. They just get paid to stay home.
Well, that's one of the biggest problems.
And you know what I see when they're paid to stay? Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just an old guy thing. But I see it more and more and more of young girls having babies, all kinds of babies. It used to be when I was growing up, it was maybe 1 or 2 kids in the family. Now I see 6 and 8 babies.
Well, the population's also triple the size of when you were a kid too. I mean, back when you were a kid, the population was probably around 150, 160 million. Now it's like 330.
Yeah, but how do it makes you wonder when I'm seeing the thousands or hundreds and hundreds of young girls with multiple babies and strollers and everything else. Their husbands aren't making big bucks because they're driving ratty cars. So who's paying for those babies? You and I.
Well, that's the inflation these days too. I mean, shit's more expensive. And the pay's not, well, it's like they said back in the 80s, right? Like the 80s is when all that shit went to hell. That was when like the stock market exploded and people were making, this is when CEOs started making, 500 times more than the average employee was making versus it used to be kind of, they weren't that far apart, you know what I'm saying, in pay and all that. I don't know, it's just way different these days.
Yeah, I can't imagine what it's going to be like in 20, 30, 40, 50 years or when you become a grandparent and your kids are out there in the world. I can't imagine what it's going to be like.
Cause like I said, it's like, the 80s is when the pay between executives and the average employee got so far apart. And that was when they started paying employees shit ass money. Because like, what was it? I think it was Warren Buffett was doing an interview. And he was like, back when in the 70s, In the sixties, if you were a stockbroker, he said you were making like 30, 40,000 a year. If you, and that was if you were a good one, like really good. Which was not really, it was a lot of money, but it wasn't, it wasn't like you were a multimillionaire. He said, but in the eighties, that's when that's when investment banks started making where, stockbrokers were making millions a year doing stocks. That's when CEOs started getting paid 1,000 times more than an employee was getting paid. Like that's when the pay gap got really crazy, was back in the eighties. And it's just got significantly worse over the years. The top people are making more money while they're paying the lower people less money. I mean, look how much Walmart cut, look how many years Walmart caught crap for the crap pay they were paying employees, I mean, just the pay difference between a store manager and just your average cashier or employee in the store is vastly different. Like extremely different. You're talking about average employee might make 20 to 28,000 a year, depending on what they're making an hour, but yet the store manager's pulling in 100,000 plus an additional 40 to 80 in bonuses on top of that, depending on how well their store did that year.
Yes.
Like that's a huge difference in pay just inside this regular store. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of which, you hear anything more from those people?
I got an email finally back from Lowe's and same shit. They were like, we decided to go with other applicants at this time, but we will contact you. I just got that email yesterday.
Do you
So,
suppose you've been blackballed along the way?
no,
Use vacation today and enjoy the richest.
because technically companies aren't supposed to tell anything.
They're not
except for-
supposed to, but I know for a fact they do.
But a lot of retail companies too, like the ones I've been applying for, they're the type of companies, they don't even call your references. They don't even call,
DJ,
they don't call your ex-employees. Like Walmart doesn't check any of that shit. Dude, I could say I worked for SpaceX for 10 years and they'd never call and verify it. Like that's just companies don't do that anymore. Like they say, and that's what I understand is they still ask for employment history. They still ask for references, but 90% of companies don't even check the shit anymore.
yeah, but see, there's other companies out there that will check the shit. All they gotta do is
Well,
put your
yeah,
name-
right.
your
If
name
it's-
and information in there and they hit go and it spits out, it generates a report.
Right, but if it's a decently high paying job, yeah. But
are
I'm
you
saying
still-
your
are you still-
standard $30, $40,000 a year job, most likely they're not gonna even call and check it.
Are you still struggling to get in somewhere, Justin?
Yeah, I've been applying everywhere, dude. I've been putting 10, 15 applications in every day on Indeed.
Shit.
And then Indeed keeps sending me damn emails saying, apply for this job. It'd be a good match. And then like literally they'll send it to me that morning. And I'll go on there like an hour after they send it to me and I'll click on it and it'll be like, this job is expired 2 days ago. I'm like,
Oh,
why the
that's-
fuck did you send me the email?
Oh my god, that's retarded. That's retarded.
And Walmart, I've called and left messages to them twice already with managers and still haven't gotten a phone call back from them. So,
Well, just keep sticking your foot in the door, man. I'm sure something's about to come up.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
keep calling and bugging Walmart because I know if I can get the right person on the phone eventually, I'll get my job back there.
Yeah.
Cause it's not hard getting your job back at Walmart, as far as just like whatever your past was with them, because I've seen employees that when I was working there, I was Walmart, I was there for 5+ years or whatever, and I would see employees. The same employee would come in, they'd work for a couple months, they'd quit, and then they'd be back 6 months later. And they'd work for a couple months, they'd quit, and they'd be back 6 months later. I've
Uh,
seen it so many times.
um,
And then employees would get fired for, calling in too many days. And then they would leave and then Walmart would need people and then 3 months later they'd be back. The same person that got fired.
What's up, Captain Joe? I did not have my Vegemite this morning. Nope, no Vegemite this morning.
But the only thing Walmart won't rehire you for is if you get caught stealing.
Yeah,
Other than that, they don't give a shit. Like if you, yeah, I've seen people just walk out and quit and just not even tell anybody. They just left during
Oh,
their
yeah.
lunch. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
3-4 months later, they got rehired again. So,
I like girls with dirty minds.
Girls with dirty minds to keep her.
Yeah.
and then some of the jobs that were available at Sarah's job, I tried applying for those, but some of them required that you had like certain certificates that I don't have and like you
Yeah.
had to have like basic CPR and all that, which isn't hard stuff to get, but you have to fork up money to go get that, and then you're not guaranteed you're gonna get the job, right? Cause you
Yeah.
have to go get that beforehand.
I think I might go up to Publix either today or tomorrow and see if they're hiring. And try to get on with them.
That's a good company to get in with if you can.
Yeah.
Publix has got a good, what is it? You can
Like
buy
for-
the,
Like 401k plans.
well, that, and they have the, because they're not a publicly traded company,
Yeah.
you can buy the public stocks, but you can only
Yeah.
buy them if you're an employee.
Yeah.
Which I honestly, if they keep expanding the way they are, I have a feeling they'll go public eventually.
Yeah. Have they been expanding lately?
They've been expanding in other states. Yeah, they've gone up, I think, into South and North Carolina. I think they might be in Georgia now. Yeah,
Well,
they've
they've
been
always been
expanding.
they've always been in Georgia because I used to work at a Publix in Georgia.
Right, but they're starting to go more north.
Hmm.
But once they get to a certain size, they'll end up going public because it'll be too much money to pass up.
Oh, okay.
Once your company gets to a certain size and it gets evaluated, where it's a multi-billion-dollar company, or, you know, and then they offer to put you on a, you know, to publicly trade your stocks. The CEOs and the family that owns the company and all that, dude, will get like 20 times more richer overnight by doing that. So a lot of times they'll do that once they get to a certain size.
Well, I guess Captain Joe used to work at Pizza Hut. He said he was I guess he was offered a job there. But
I knew somebody that was, me and Sarah knew a guy that worked, well, Sarah knew him more than I did, but Sarah used to work at Pizza Hut years and years ago, like when we first, right when we first got together,
yeah.
before she got into the medical field, she worked at Pizza Hut, and the guy that worked there, the store manager there, he was actually one of the highest paid store managers in his, region.
Oh.
And he made some good ass money. They actually make pretty good money, general managers at Pizza Hut. I mean, 65,000 a year isn't bad at all.
Yeah. I don't know, but he was saying he won't go back because I guess the work ethic now sucks after COVID and staff would be hard to keep.
Well, and that's kind of and think about it, like fast food industry, it's already hard enough keeping people because most people don't want to make a career out of that.
Yeah.
So you've got a constant revolving door of employees. You know, look at like go to McDonald's, you can go work at McDonald's and in 3-4 weeks time, half the employees will be all new again if you're still there, right? Like that's just how many employees they go through.
There you go, guys. All the British expressions. Yeah, I thought, sir. Idiot.
Cock up, screw up.
Lost the plot, gone crazy. Sawed off, piss off. A little dodgy, well, suspicious.
I'm gonna go take a kip. Go take a kip.
A daft cow is an idiot.
Idiot. Well, that's weird. A tosser and a daft cow are the same thing.
Yeah. Arse over tit, fall over. Done dead. Just nice. made redundant. Oh, he's fired from his job. Oh,
Bugger. That's funny.
At W, they talk about a new strain coming, but that's, half of that I think is pharmaceuticals just praying to make more bucks.
Well, they all want another lockdown again, but as
Yeah,
bad as
I think I heard about that. One of my previous employees that I used to work with said something about, I think COVID's going to be getting worse again and people are going to have to be getting on lockdown or whatever.
but yet China didn't get any kind of reprimand for that. You think the entire world would have been like, fuck China at that point and been like, nope, didn't seem like nobody did anything about it. They get to release some stupid ass strain of COVID around the world and it seemed like nobody did anything about it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, pizza business isn't a bad business. Any kind of food service business isn't bad. It's just that you gotta be on top of things, and and it depends upon if you have a good crew or not. That's what you need.
Yeah.
Oh, they're hoping for another lockdown, but I mean, I really don't think any country or state could afford to ever do that again. And let's face it, when less than 1% of the world died from it, I don't consider that a pandemic. I'm sorry. If it would have been anywhere compared to the Spanish flu or anything, we would have lost a third of the population in the U.S. Easily. We would have lost over 100 million people. If you want to compare it to older plagues and the percentage of people that died per the size of the population at the time, we would have lost over 100 million people in the U.S. That's a pandemic.
Yeah, Joe, it just depends upon what kind of if you're up for that kind of a challenge. As we get older, we're not up for that kind of challenge anymore. Back when I was in my 30s, I had Little Caesars Pizza, all of Kansas City, 6 counties, and it was kind of a struggle just to keep on top of the employees. I remember going over to check out one of my stores. I'm sitting in the parking lot and I'm watching these. That was back when you had pizza on the big long tray.
Yeah.
And they were carrying them out the door, and I'm going, where the hell are those going? They were giving them to the fire departments.
Without you asking you.
Yeah, without me knowing anything about it. And then if the employees had a party, oh, let's take pizza. They didn't pay for it.
Yeah, they were just taking it home and shit.
Yep.
Marking it as probably that it didn't sell or something.
well, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta go. I gotta go do a couple signs. Start getting things ready for the trailers this afternoon.
Yeah, you got a big weekend between your sister and Sheila.
Yeah, I might have a ring on my finger by the weekend, according to those two.
There you go. Whoa.
Are we
Hey.
are you gonna go live on the wedding day?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it live. And
Yeah,
what you want?
Yeah.
If you're successful, Paul, if you get the ring on the finger, not through the nose.
Anyways, guys, have fun. We'll
Okay. All right.
tonight.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, let's see you later.
We'll see you tonight from Copenhagen. That's the trailer.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Adios.
Yeah, good.
Diane has gotten with this with the new girl Sheila. They like each other. They're corresponding behind his back and forth, and plotting everything he's doing,
I'm plotting.
and he
everything.
will do.
JD, when Sarah worked at Pizza Hut, oh my God, dude, they used to take so much shit out of that place. The only thing that they didn't take was wings, but because obviously those were inventoried a little bit better because of the price of them. But yeah, the pizza, dude, they used to walk out with Pete, like, dude,
like
at
stacks
the
and stacks.
dude, at the end of the night, dude, the employees would walk out with like over 20 pizzas,
Oh wow.
and then they would mark them as like somebody didn't pick them up or they didn't sell or whatever.
Leftovers. Yep.
Uh,
Because that's back when they used to have the pizza and salad bar. So they would have some
They
pizzas
bring
out on
home
the,
salad too, right?
well, they at Sarah's Pizza Hut, they had a salad bar, and then they had kind of a mini pizza bar that
Yeah.
had just some basic pizzas that they would
Basic
throw out there.
slices, yep.
And that's where they would take a lot of those home. They would say they didn't sell, you know. Sarah used to bring pizza home all the freaking time that her manager would give her. Every day she got to a point where I hated pizza for a while because we were just eating it so much. That was like the first year or so we were together. And then she ended up getting into a doctor's office as an eye clinic. And she's been in the medical field ever since then. So W said, quitting my job, I'm going to work at Pizza Hut. Yeah, but W, nothing beats at least you're on the open road, you got freedom. You know.
What
Yeah.
is it? He's a truck driver?
No, he's he flies drones professionally.
Oh, for real?
Like
So obviously he has his 107.
yeah, he flies matrices and stuff for a company, does mapping and stuff, but he
Oh,
travels all over the United States. He was on my show one night and he was actually showing us a matrice that went into the water and got all fucked up and broke
oh
up.
god.
He was live on my show and he had the camera and he was going around showing us the drone and it got all fucked up.
Oh shit! How did it fall out of the sky?
I don't know if he ever figured that out or not.
Was
It
it
just-
his or somebody else's that fell?
It's owned by the company, so it's not his
Oh.
drones. Yeah, he's in Kentucky now, heading to North Carolina today.
Oh,
But yeah, he's that's his entire job is just professional drone flying.
sweet.
You'll see him and Al talking in the chat sometime back and forth about jobs they're doing and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to learn,
I actually got to see the Matrice one time. It was me, Al, and a couple others. We were at the Boynton Beach Inlet, and one of the guys came and it was me, Matt, Al. I think Lisa might have been there. I don't know. But yeah, there was this guy there that had the
now
Matrice.
which Al are you talking about? I'm talking about time to fly.
The short, stocky one.
I'm talking about time to fly, Al.
Well, no, but I'm talking about like a meetup that I went to. This guy that we met there had the Matrice.
Yeah, if you want to learn about mapping and that type of side of the professional drone working, W is definitely one of the guys to ask. He knows all about that shit.
Oh yeah.
Matter of fact, let me see if I still have those pictures he sent me of that job he did the other day. That's right, he's at the. So this was 900 acres. 900 acres and some change that he did the other day. It was looked like a mine.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, this is all the mapping he did.
Oh, that's cool. There's like a little pool in there.
No, that's a mining operation.
Oh, is that what that is? Oh, it looks like a place you could swim around.
But yeah, see, this is where they're cutting out the ground and then they keep digging down deeper, and then they go up there, bring up the stuff through the access road up here.
Oh,
Each layer is, probably 30, 40 feet of ground that's gone now that they've
yeah,
dug
but
down.
isn't that water though? Like up there?
Yeah, that's probably some kind of, what do you want to call, like a retention pond that they use for the mining operation?
Oh,
I'm not entirely sure. Daryl might know exactly what that is. But I'm pretty sure it's probably not water you want to swim in. Let's just say that. It might look nice and bright and blue, but you probably wouldn't want to swim in it.
oh Lord. Oh God. Is that waterproof? Also, like got like salt, it was probably fell in some salt water and he's rinsing all the salt out of there. Did it? I guess I'm assuming that it fell into some salt water and you were just rinsing all the salt out, W.
Was that well, if that was the wrecked one, it fell into like a pond or something. But he was probably cleaning it off because they had to send it into DJI and it was all caked with mud and shit.
Oh yeah, he said it's supposed to be waterproof, but repaired ticket said no. Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh,
After
that
after he gave it a good wash.
sucks. Yeah.
They're like, you
That
shouldn't have
sucks.
done that.
Yeah. Oh god. He was rinsing the mud out.
Yeah, that was the one that fell in the mud and it was just caked with fucking mud. Like I
Mm.
said, it was a live stream probably about a month, maybe a month and a half ago. He was on my live stream and he showed it. But yeah, that thing got pretty fucked up though. He had like a, what was it, like a $20,000 or $30,000, was it a radar or LiDAR or something, or a camera or something that was hanging on the bottom of it? And luckily that fell off before the drone went into the water. Otherwise, that would have been a
Well,
massive
I don't
loss.
know if that's lucky or not, because that camera was pretty pricey to be hitting the ground.
Yeah, I don't think anything was wrong with it though.
Because I know that when I had FLIR thermal imaging cameras hanging on the bottom of Inspires, man, you wanted to protect the hell out of those.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Methane. It was a methane detector. It was a laser, methane laser, and it detects methane. And it happened to fall off right before it went into the water, and then he had to spend a bunch of time trying to find the drone.
A methane laser.
Yeah, he said the laser survived, thank God, because I think he said it was like 20, 30 grand for that.
Oh, yeah. Well, way back in the day when I got my first thermal imaging camera that I hung on the bottom of my Inspires, it was 10 grand.
Oh yeah, thermal cameras are expensive. Talking about some fucking money right there. Why, that's one of the reasons why the Paratonophes with the thermal still go for so much.
Oh,
'Cause they're
yeah, used
still-
ones are going for a lot of money. I was crazy. I sold mine too cheap.
No, you made money off of that one.
I made money compared to what I paid for it, but I didn't pay that much for it.
Oh yeah, but you made like, I think, an extra $400 off of it.
Yes, I did.
Cause you
'Cause I
turn
think
around,
I
You only-
only paid like $1,200 for it, and I sold it for 1,600 or 1,800.
no, it was more than that. I think you paid like 22 for it, didn't you?
I don't remember.
I think you sold it for like 26 or 28 because you only had it for like 3 or 4 days. I remember that. You flipped it really quick.
Yeah.
And then that guy contacted you, remember? Cause we thought eBay thought the guy was scamming you. And it turned out the guy was legit.
Yeah.
Cause some scammer got a hold of his shit and was, yeah, that was a whole weird thing. But yeah, those drones still go for quite a bit of money, but they're still really good cameras for as old as those drones are.
Oh, they're not a bad drone. I just didn't like the controllers on them. Because
I don't-
Parrot didn't come up with a better controller. They had that where the back flipped up and you put your phone in here, and
I don't know why Parrot got out of the,
I think they're doing mostly just commercial government work, aren't they?
yeah, they're doing commercial work.
You better be brushing your teeth, Justin.
No, these are my toothbrushes I use for cleaning electronics.
Oh,
They got bamboo. I actually got them at the dollar store. They were $1 for 2 of them,
oh, huh.
but they're made out of bamboo. Apparently the handles are bamboo. And then they got like just this nice soft bristle on them.
Oh, huh.
But like this one, I filed down this and I use that for my keyboard to clean my keyboard, get in between the
Oh, there
keys
you
and
go.
stuff.
Get all the dust and shit out of there.
Yeah. I can remove the keys on this keyboard. I need to get myself a keyboard.
Oh, like you can put like a little, like a thing in there and just pop them right out.
Yeah.
Oh,
I need to
huh.
get myself a a remover, because they actually have an official tool for that. I just don't have one. Because for some
Uh,
reason my keyboard has removable keys, but it didn't come with a tool for it.
Huh.
Neither,
That's interesting.
so I don't know why, but yeah, they don't give you a tool with those 2 particular models of keyboard for some reason. I can't change out the switches underneath the keys, but I can change the keys out. Cause my keyboards aren't technically mechanical. They're like half mechanical.
Oh, right.
Like they sound mechanical when you type on them, but they got the soft membrane underneath instead of the switch.
Insane in the membrane.
But if you look at a good legit mechanical keyboard, you're probably gonna pay about $200, 150.
Yeah.
The one keyboard I have, the K55, that one's about 60, 70. And then was it the K57, the other one I have on my desk? That one's about 100, 120, somewhere around there. But my favorite thing is my mouse. That's a Corsair
cool.
Dark Core. That thing is so nice.
Yeah.
And then you use the,
It's a wireless mouse, right?
yeah. But if you use the somebody gave me the keyboard, one of the keyboards I have, the mouse and the mouse pad. They didn't like them, so the mouse pad was brand new, never used, but this mouse pad right here,
Oh, yeah.
that's a Corsair mouse pad.
Oh,
and
that's
it's like
cool.
hard, but it's like the mouse just glides across it.
Oh, that's cool.
And then it has a plug right here where you put that's your little
Like
receiver for.
where you like charge it or whatever.
No, that's the receiver for the mouse.
Oh,
And then this obviously plugs into the computer to run the
Right.
RGBs around it and everything. But that's the keyboard I have there, and then I have that keyboard there.
because I was wondering, I was like, why do you have 2 keyboards? Because like one's for one computer and the other one's for the other.
Right, that's got the laptop hooked up to it,
Oh, okay.
and then but I can use my mouse between the computers too, so.
Oh,
But that mouse pad alone, TJ's like $80.
oh shit.
Someone gave it to me.
Oh,
This is the one that I had right here.
oh, the Parrot Anafi.
Thermal drone, yeah.
I think.
Okay,
Who was
think-
who was that? Some what was her name? Some lady that that works for not the Pilot Institute, but I think she does something with those guys. And she had showed up to one of the drone meets. I think it was the same one, the Boynton Beach Inlet or one of the other ones over there. And she came over and she actually has the Parrot Anafi.
Well,
Well,
the
it depends on which-
Paradonapis are fine, but this is dual camera. It's got a thermal imaging camera with it.
It
Right.
depends on which one you have. They have different
Well,
models.
look at the price of the newer ones.
I think it was either that one or that. No, I think it was that one actually. I think.
Yeah, Paradonaphes, it depends on which model you have.
Look at this thermal imaging Parrot. $14,000.
Man.
A lot better than those crappy drones W uses.
But you can buy just a plain Anafi right there for $500 or $319.
Yeah, it doesn't have the thermal or anything
No.
on it. The thermal is what drives the price way up.
Yep. But see that they did come up finally. It looks like they got a new controller.
Joe doesn't have to watch his granddaughter today. Guess the ex-wife got her. He said, "There is a God."
There is a God.
Now you can at least get prepared so you don't chafe on the when you're on the football field later there. He's got to go to 2 football games tonight, and it's going to be like 104.
Ooh.
And the other day he said he was chafing so bad he was walking bow-legged.
Funny. That's funny.
Oh, don't get jealous, W. Jealousy is a stinky cologne.
Stinky cologne. Make sure you get some of that gold bond there, Captain Joe, for tonight.
I told him to go get some. Actually, I found the best one to use that reduces friction and moisture is actually A&D. I used to when I worked at Walmart because I walk so much at Walmart every day.
Yeah,
Because I'd walk an average of 5 to 8 miles inside of Walmart every day. I
yeah.
was just on my feet for 10 hours a day. And that's what I used to do before I'd go to work. I'd just take a thin layer on the inside of the thigh, each side, and you're good to go for the day.
Butt paste.
Yeah, they got monkey butt too. You ever heard of that one?
Monkey butt.
Have you ever heard of monkey butt?
I think so, yeah. What's up, Ed? Monkey butt. That's funny. Monkey butt.
I had one of these too, Justin.
There you go, TJ.
Oh yeah, anti-monkey butt. Yeah. That's funny.
You get a 10% discount. I had one of these at one time too, right there. Mavic 2 Enterprise Duo drone with thermal
there you go.
sensor.
Oh, I bet that was that's expensive. Oh, that's
Yeah.
the one that comes with the cool speaker and everything.
Yeah, it has a speaker and you talk into your controller and it
Oh,
broadcasts.
that's cool. So then they like record your sound or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, I just wanted that. I remember when I first got in the drone community, I wanted that drone so bad just for the speaker. Because I wanted to play music while I was like going over a park or something.
Oh yeah, you could.
Can you imagine just like rocking out AC/DC as you're flying over? Thunder, thunder.
Dirty deeds done dirt cheap.
Yeah, as you're just flying over,
Yeah.
flying over a crowd of people, you know,
Yeah.
or just going down the beach, rocking out some music on that thing. What's up, Corey? Nunya?
Hey. What's up, Mike?
Mike's back in the chat again.
Fancy baby powder.
Nunya said it's baby powder for your junk. No, Gold Bond works really good, man. That shit like freezes you down there when you're burning up.
When what's burning up?
Like when you're hot down there, you dump some Gold Bond medicated powder down there.
Down where?
Feels like down there. It feels like you dropped an ice pack in your pants.
Oh, you're talking about jock itch?
Yes, it has that cooling effect.
Oh, what the heck is Captain Joe sending you now?
Hold on, let's see here. I hope it's not him applying monkey butt.
Yeah, how to properly apply it.
Just put some on your finger and swipe it on the hole.
There you go.
Butt paste. Is that on a towel or on a
I
shirt?
think that might be the used towel he uses to apply it. It was a little discolored there.
Yeah, like putting icy hot on your junk.
It is, but it doesn't burn though, Joe.
Oh.
Go ahead and put icy hot on your junk if you want to and watch you scream.
That's funny.
I could see Anthony doing that.
Like,
TJ,
why am I burning so much down there?
He'd be hopping around, screaming and laughing and going, "Ah!"
That's funny. Hilarious.
You really want to piss your wife off, wait till she's walking by naked and slap some. Watch her freak the fuck out in about 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It does. You get that shit near your private parts, it'll burn the hell out of you.
I know. That's funny.
Oh my God, W. He said in basic training they were putting Tiger Bomb on their junk and having competitions of how long they could keep it on.
Oh God.
Oh my God, that's funny. You owe me a Coke.
So Justin, are you
Oh yeah, bitch, because we both said at the same time.
are you doing anything special this afternoon, Justin? Or
No, Matt's live tonight.
yeah, I know tonight. I'll be on ahead of him before Matt, but
Oh no, I'm just coming on yours and then going on Matt's and that's it.
okay. TJ, what you got to work?
I don't know what I'm doing. I guess I have to pay bills here right now, and then
You got to work today?
no, I'm off today and tomorrow. I think
Oh.
when she gets home, think we might shoot up to the Loggerhead maybe if she wants to go. And there's a couple of I think there's a drone show somewhere. I think at where the Florida Marlins are playing. I think I saw on Facebook somewhere.
Mike.
And then
Are the Marlins playing today?
I think
Well, that's a no-fly zone. You know that.
yeah, but it's like I guess they're doing like an after show. It's like not me. I'm not flying my drone there, but I think there's like a drone show or something. I don't know.
If you go,
okay. In other words, they might be using those lighted drones.
Yeah.
just paint your air too orange. It can identify as an Altel. It'll take off.
Yeah. And then there's something going on at Rocco's Tacos. I saw Mark Wahlberg is going to be there. I don't know.
Oh, don't even go around there then,
Yeah.
because that's just going to be a nightmare in traffic and people.
Yeah.
What, does he own the taco place or something?
He's I don't know. He's doing
Part owner, I think.
Yeah, probably something. I don't know.
Him and his brother started up the Wahlburgers. It's the burger places.
The Wahlburgers.
Oh yeah,
Wahlburgers.
Wahlbergs. Wahlburgers.
Yeah, I think they have like 3 or 4 locations around the country.
Yeah.
Dude, I had a manager at Walmart that looked just like Mark Wahlberg. I'm
Oh,
not even
really?
kidding, bro. Spitting image.
Oh wow.
And yeah, his name was Jeff, and we used to give him so much shit about it. Dude. He used to get so pissed at us.
Like, oh, there goes Mark Wahlberg.
We used to call him Marky Mark all the time. He'd give him a bad. And then we used to do the thing from 21 Jump Street. We'd walk by and be like, my name is Jeff. And he'd get so pissed every fucking time. Yeah, I've never been to a none yet.
That's funny.
all right there,
He's
TJ?
on a roll.
Yeah, you don't even have to help him. He's
You know, he gets there when the voice goes up into the. I'm coming, Lord. Here I come.
breathe, TJ. Jesus Christ. That's what I'm saying, Joe. Take a breath. Jesus Christ. All because I said my name is Jeff. God. Can't help.
It bothers me. He keeps grabbing his chest like, hey, here we go.
Bro, I wonder. Bro, they wouldn't even have to give him a stress test at the hospital if he ever had to go check his heart. They just tell him a funny joke and he'd go to town.
What you do is you put him full screen and you record this and then you put this into a short.
You got him on full screen?
I can do it right now.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, be quiet. You got to let him laugh so I can get about 10 seconds of that.
Just a minute.
Oh,
that was like kind of
that
a.
was good. That was good.
Wow, that was kind of a. I've never heard him end it that quick. He was just like, oh, that was good.
I can't find where do I put him on full screen?
You spotlight him. You have to go to his little 3 dots by his picture.
There you go. Okay, here we go. TJ live.
I've never heard TJ abruptly end his laugh like that before, though.
Oh, that's funny.
It's usually like a 10-minute, just like slowly calm down. He was just like, oh, that was good.
That's funny.
Hey, look at his eyes. He's about ready to pass out.
Yeah, Corey said call 911. Somebody call 911.
Yeah, I'd like to report it. I'd like to report an attempted suicide.
By laughter.
TJ's gonna die from laughter.
I can imagine him on shrooms at a comedy club. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. He would lose his shit.
You put him in the front row.
Dude, I've seen people on shrooms laugh harder than TJ. I can imagine. Oh my God.
That's funny. Oh, that's great. That's great. Oh, that's funny.
Before we get him started again, I guess we better close it down.
Oh, that's great.
TJ, take a break.
Goose fraba, TJ. Goose
Goose fraba.
Hey, everybody, I'll see you again later this afternoon at 5 o'clock Eastern time.
We'll
TJ.
see y'all later this evening for more laughs.
Okay.
Wooga wooga wooga.
Wooga wooga.
We'll see y'all later.
See
All right.
you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.